Hi everyone, this is Isa from PrintStick and welcome to my channel. In this video, I will give you a quick update on what my digital planner is looking like, and hopefully that'll give you some inspiration, tips, and ideas on how to create your own spreads. Now, in the last video, this is the last spread that I showed you. I explained to you how I did some of these things that you see on this page, and this week that is just ending, this is what my spread looked like. What I've been doing is after my weekly spread, I add a page with photos of things that happened during that week. So that's what I did here. As you can see, all I added was a little frame. In this occasion, I did not use the perfect shape tool, but I just used my actual hand. So as you can see, the lines are a little shaky, but it's a little effect that I like to add to make it look more natural, more organic. And here I actually cropped the photos with the shape of ourselves. And again, I drew a frame with my hand as well. Then I had a really busy day because we were getting ready to travel. So what I did is I copied one of my daily spreads. I added the date over here, and then I just wrote down all of the little things that I had to pack and little things that I didn't want to forget. And then this whole week we were actually traveling. We went to Oregon. We did not have an internet connection, and I also did not have all this time to just sit and be on my planner, and I chose not to because I was having a great time with my family. We were going to some amazing places. Actually, these are all of the places we went to. So as you can see, it's a really good number of cities to visit in a week. So yeah, we had a great time, and I didn't quite open my planner. So when I got back home and I opened my planner and I saw this whole week was empty, I was choosing whether to leave it on the planner or not, and then I was like, why not just create this little graphic? So this is an image. If I lasso it, you can see it moves. To do this, what I did is I took a screenshot of my planner page, and you can see how I do this in my previous videos as well. Then I go and open my app graphic, and then I load my planner image here, and that way I know exactly how big my rectangle and my shapes need to be. Then I added some other little elements. These letters down here are actually included in the sticker book included with this planner. So all I did was copy them and write September and then the dates of this week. I also added some other words on the top here, and I did those on graphic as well. Then of course I added my pages of photos, and I'm actually not done with this because, as I mentioned, we went to a ton of different places, and it is my intention to have one page per place. So this is Salem, this is Silver Falls, and I have 2 more places. These pages are actually not done. I want to add some color or some frames to the photos. I'm not sure yet, and I think that I still need to add a couple of more pages with more photos because I went to so many places. So I want to keep memories of that, or maybe I'll decide to just add a few photos of the remaining places in my planner. I don't know, but again, that's what you can do with digital planning. I can come back later and add more pages. I don't have to worry about, oh, I'm gonna use my next week and I'm gonna use this page. That's alright. I can still copy new blank pages and keep adding photos. So then after my trip, this is the week that I was at home, and I was playing with these colors. Everything's like yellow and this peach or orangey color. So this particular week I didn't have a lot of like timelines and deadlines and dates where I needed to get stuff done. So what I did, I just did my like to-do list for every day. I added different notes of things that I have to do in general. Actually, I have not done some of these, so I'm just gonna copy all of these onto this week so I can continue checking off things off my lists. But what I wanted to say is just, even if you have a few things you want to get done, don't worry, don't stress about it. You don't have to fill out every bit of your planner. You can just make a list. Then I use this line to say like, okay, there's nothing else to do really in the day. Of course I do other stuff, but I don't have to record it in my planner because, as I said, I don't have dates or hours where I need to do stuff. And then what I did start doing is I added the Bitmoji stickers that I've seen a lot of people using, and I wanted to give it a try, so I did. And it's actually quite fun and it's easy, and yeah, this is supposed to be me. I don't know if I did it right. I might redo myself in the future, but you know, it's fun, it's colorful, and it's so easy. So if you guys are interested in me teaching you how to use these stickers, they're free. Just let me know in a comment down below and I can make a tutorial on how to use them. One thing I will teach you how to do in this video is, as you can see, this is my sidebar, and normally, let me show you a white page, my sidebar is completely blank. But in my last week of September, we're September right here, and then we go to week number, I think, 5. So I added these lines, I drew them with my pencil, and when I'm happy with one line, I just copy it and duplicate it to create the whole lines for all the sidebars so I can write. So I'm gonna teach you how to do that in a second. Other than that, I used my washi on the top here as I usually do. That's from the washi book that I can link down below so you guys can check it out. I use my solid box stickers right here and my headers. All of that is included in the sticker book that you get when you purchase this planner. I use a little banner sticker over here, and of course my calendar widgets that I cropped. I cropped out the spiral part and then I use as a flat sticker with no shadow. Then we get to my October spread. I used the fall bundle to decorate this page. I want to work harder at actually coming back here and entering things, because normally I kind of like just decorate my monthly spread and then forget about it for the rest of the month and keep using my weekly spreads. I don't really come back to this much, and I think that I really should, because this helps me, you know, get a glance of the main activities or main events that are happening in a day, and then in the weekly spread I can see in more detail, you know, the other little things or activities that I need to get done. So in this spread, you've seen how I did, how I have created these outlines to make the lines of the boxes a little heavier and pop out a little more. But basically what you do is you select your pencil, you pick, in this case I picked, I think, this dark gray, or you can pick black if you want. Then choose a pen size that would work. I think that would be fine. And then, for example, if I want to outline this little flag, I would just select my perfect shape tool and then go around the flag. Remember making so GoodNotes knows what shape you want to create. And that is how I created all of these frames for my calendar, because if I show you a different month, if we go for example to November, you can see that the lines of the monthly spread are a lot thinner. But I wanted them to stand out a little more, and since all of my stickers have a lot of bright colors, I wanted it to look more bright as well. So that's why I added all of these lines. This week that is just ending, I did a very simple spread. I had, again, my main few activities in the beginning. I just keep a ton of my lists, which is basically the equivalent to having a ton of paper lists, which is what I used to do before I got my digital planner. So even though I do have a week that looks very nicely decorated, I love having my different lists that I can just keep moving. And then in this occasion, since I don't want to spend so much time on my planner, I decided to, instead of adding an extra page after my week with the photos, I'm just gonna add a photo of each day to each day in my weekly spread. Here I only added my countdown stickers to Halloween. Those come in the fall bundle, which I'm gonna link down below. That's the only thing I've done. Everything else is clean, so I can teach you how to do a few things. So the first thing is how to create the lines for you to write on your sidebar. So click on your pen icon and then click a color. I think that maybe this third gray is gonna work for me. Remember that if you go to custom, you have a ton of other colors, and you can also enter the hex code for a particular color that you know that you like. You can type that code over here and then you will create the new color and you will see it down here. But for now, I can use this third gray and then choose a thickness. So let's test it out. Remember, you need to have this icon selected to ensure that your lines are perfectly straight. So I'm gonna zoom in a little bit and I'm going to just create a line. And then I will just select it with my lasso tool and center it. When I'm happy with the way it looks, just lasso it again, copy, paste, add a second line. Once you have two, you can copy those two, paste, and repeat the whole process until you have enough lines to cover the whole area. And then you can delete the extra ones in case that you added more than you needed. And then you have your ruled sidebar ready to go. Now you can select all of these and adjust. For example, I want them a little lower because this line needs to have more room to write. So if I lower them, let's say over here, I can also just get rid of the last line. Perfect. Now another thing I wanted to talk to you about today is I have been playing with the option to add text directly in GoodNotes, because even though the text with particular fonts that we can get when we use another app such as Graphic or Vectornator, even though that looks super cute, really it's kind of time consuming, and lately that I have so much going on in my life, I just don't have the time to sit and use several apps to get my spreads done. So I've been playing with this option and I'm actually quite pleased with the results. So the way it works, basically you will create a text box. Right now I will just write the word example to show you, then you can click return twice and then write another word, whichever it is. We just want to set kind of the template so you can use this in the future. So just make it a little smaller and we can just lasso it and put it on top of our lines. And then here, as you can see, they're not aligned with the space to write. To fix that, let's just keep resizing until we make it usable. Then deselect, and then you can tap and hold to select edit. And then if I click return twice, I will be able to keep writing. Of course, you can make this box a little bigger so you have more room, and then you can keep writing. And then the only thing to keep in mind is that if you have a word and the line is going to end, just click return twice so you jump onto the next line, okay? And then you can keep writing again. So that's what I've been doing. I'll show you right here. This is all the text that comes in GoodNotes. So I'm not using any special fonts, and in fact, this is also the text that comes in GoodNotes. So if I tap and hold and click on edit, I can edit my meal boxes. So this is so cool because it saves you a ton of time. My flags over here are also editable text. So, I mean, even though you don't have a ton of options for fonts, you do have some. You can change the color, you can change the size, and if you're creative enough, you can make it look really cute. So all of the text that you see here comes directly from GoodNotes. That's a nice tip. That's something that I've been playing with, and it's gonna save you a ton of time. I advise you give it a try. Now, in this particular case, this looks really tiny. So, I mean, I just did it quickly, but basically you would play with the size of the text, the size of the lines. I think that they are a little too thick right now, but you can keep playing until you find something that fits your needs. Another important thing I want to mention about this method, so if you click on your Lasso tool, you will see that you have these three options. You have handwriting, images, and text boxes. So basically, images are stickers and widgets. Text boxes is this box that you just created where you can enter text. Handwriting is anything that you do with your pencil or with your highlighter, okay? Now, why that is useful is because, for example, if I have my text here, but I also have my lines that I created with my pencil, when I select, for example, I just want to select the text, but really I'm selecting this line as well. So if I just toggle this option for handwriting off, then I will just select my text. Then if I had a sticker over here as well, and I don't want to select the sticker, I just want to select my text, then I go here, toggle this option for images off, and then when I select with my pencil, I will only be selecting my text. So that is helpful because when you have a ton of different elements on top of each other, it gets kind of confusing and hard to handle. And normally, if we write with our pencil, then we wouldn't have the option to separate these because this line and this text are both handwriting. So if I turn this option on to be able to move my word, I will also be selecting my line. I hope that makes sense, and it's just a little tip, something I've been playing with, and it's actually very useful and very easy to do once you get used to it. So the last thing I want to show you for this video, I'm actually going to get rid of all of this that I added. So I will select all of my options on so I can select all of this and delete it. Okay, so I wanted to show you I created this long box out of a sticker that's included in my sticker book. So I'm actually going to open that, and it's, let's see, it's where it says check boxes. That's where we have these little boxes. So I'm gonna grab one. Let's say I like this combination, so select it with your Lasso tool, click on copy, go to your planner. I'll show you right here. tap and hold, click paste, then deselect, tap and hold again, select edit. With this green dot, just drag it so you can turn the orientation to vertical. Then position it where you think you would want it. You could just cover the whole area of the sidebar, so make it a little bit larger. There we go. Then if you copy this and just paste and place it on top, as you can see, you have this line here that cuts the sticker, so it does not look like a single seamless long sticker. So to fix that, just tap and hold, click on edit, tap once more, click on crop, and then this is again horizontal, the original position of the sticker, but just keep in mind that it's gonna be rotated on your screen. So this part will actually be the bottom. So just cut out the borders where this color ends. That's where you can end the sticker as well. And then these two borders are gonna be cut out. So click on done. And we just need to resize it again. Deselect, let's check the way it looks. I think it's a little bit too big still, so resize even more to make it smaller. There, somewhere over there. And if you see, I still have the frame from the other sticker, but if I bring this one on top a little lower, that frame disappears. And then you could either make this larger and try to cover the top line, or you can also just use your white pencil to delete all the lines that you don't want. So for example here, if I just want to hide these lines behind here, I would just use my pencil and write over them. Then when I have to cut this and paste it again to make it be on top, then if I come here, there is no line that I need to be covering. Lastly, I want to show you what I did with the dates. That is also quite simple. I'm gonna open my book that's included with this planner. If you're interested in seeing how I created this cover, you can just drop me a comment and I'm happy to make a tutorial for it, because the cover just comes blue with no decorations. Anyway, so if I go to where it says dates, and then let's grab all of these days of the week with my lasso tool, copy. You go to your planner, you paste them right here, and usually I place them on the left side of each box, but this time I want them to be in the middle, and I think they can be a little bit bigger. Just make sure that the word does not fall off the planner completely, because if it does, you will not be able to get it. So for example, right now half is in the planner and half is out, so I can still grab it, but if it was completely out of the planner, then you will lose it. So just make sure that that doesn't happen. And then you can start centering your words for each day. I don't know where Friday went. I guess I didn't copy it, so let's just go grab that and paste it. Make it bigger as well. Not so big, maybe over there, a little smaller. And then what I did is I just grabbed my highlighter over here with my perfect shape tool selected, and then you can pick whichever color you want and just make a little line on top of the word with your highlighter. And this is a very easy way to add some color to your words. So we need to start on the 8. All right, I love it when the weeks are like arranged already, that you can just copy and paste on your planner. Here I want to make them bigger, but I fear that if I do it, they will just fall off the planner. So let me just cut this in half, resize them. There we go, something like that, and then I can start placing them where they belong. So we have Monday 8, Tuesday 9, Wednesday 10, and so on for the rest of the week. Once you place the days, then you would just go and make a circle, a big circle with your highlighter. So again, pick a color, so maybe this light blue, and then you would just make a dot on the date. That's actually too big. Go smaller a little bit and just make a dot. Again, what I was talking about earlier, if you differentiate between handwriting, images, and text boxes, for example, if I want to move my dots because I want to align them, or in this case, I actually want to move my, I think, the numbers, which are images. So turn off the handwriting option, which is my highlighter, so that when I select with my lasso tool, I will only select the number but the highlighter will stay where it is, so I can just center the numbers to a better position. There we go. And in this case, now I want to bring them all higher a little bit, because as you can see, they're kind of overlapping with the days. So again, turn on all of your options, so you can just select both the images and the highlighter and bring them higher a little bit. Of course, if you need to, you can just go on every day and adjust as needed. So this is how I will start building my spread for next week. Alright guys, so that was it. I hope you like the way my planner is looking. I would love to see what your planner is looking like. If you're using one of PrintStick's planners and you would like to share your spread, you can do so on the Facebook group that I'm gonna link down below. So join if you haven't, and you can also tag PrintStick Shop on Instagram, and I would love to see what you come up with. So if you have any questions at all, just drop me a comment and I'll get back to you as quick as I can. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications so you don't miss out on any digital planning videos that I upload. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.